Fairy Tales reading?
The Little Bee Who Listened to Flowers. In the heart of a blooming meadow, where fragrances blended with the warm air, a tiny bee named Bella was born. She was the smallest of all the bees in the hive, but she had the biggest heart and an even greater love for flowers. Every day, while the other bees collected pollen and worked tirelessly, Bella admired the colors and shapes of petals. To her, they were like tiny miracles. She dreamed of one day discovering every flower in the world. She often asked the older bees about the names of plants, but no one knew them all. One evening, as she gazed at the stars, Bella decided that she would uncover their secrets herself. One morning, as the sun gently caressed the green leaves, Bella heard whispers in the wind. At the end of the meadow, there grows a flower unlike any other, the wind murmured softly. Bella fluttered her wings with excitement. What kind of flower could it be? She had to find out. She navigated through a fragrant sea of poppies, lavender, and daisies until she finally reached a hidden corner of the meadow where something extraordinary grew. The flower was tall and delicate, its petals shimmering in the sunlight, and a sweet, gentle fragrance rose from its center. Bella had never seen such a color before. Its petals seemed to change hue depending on the angle of the light. At the very center of the tiny clearing stood a flower with petals that shimmered in all the colors of the rainbow. It smelled of vanilla and honey, and as Bella flew closer, she heard its soft voice. "Hello, little bee. I know you love flowers. I have a secret for you, but you must promise not to tell anyone." Bella, fascinated, nodded eagerly. "I am the rainbow flower of magic," said the flower. "Whoever touches my pollen will be able to speak with all the flowers in the world." Bella blinked in astonishment. Could this really be true? Slowly, she moved closer and gently touched the pollen with her tiny leg. At that very moment, she felt a slight tingling, and suddenly, the world around her seemed brighter, more alive. Everything changed in an instant. Every flower around her felt her presence and began to whisper. The poppies told stories of warm summer days, the lilies spoke of hidden woodland fairies, and the roses shared the secrets of sweet dreams. Bella was delighted. She had always dreamed of knowing what flowers were thinking, and now she could hear them every day. But with this gift also came responsibility. She knew she had to use it wisely. One day, the daisies began to cry out for help. Their youngest sister had disappeared. Bella set off immediately to find her. She flew over the meadow, speaking to tulips and violets, until finally, a small bluebell revealed that it had seen the little daisy swept away by a strong gust of wind. Bella didn't hesitate. She had to help. She flew low over the ground, looking for clues that might show her the way. Finally, she spotted delicate white petals scattered in the grass, leading toward a hill. Bella followed the wind until she reached a tall hill. There, in the shade of a great tree, she found the missing daisy. The little flower looked frightened and lonely. "Don't worry," Bella said gently. "I'll take you home." But how? The wind was too strong for the daisy to return on her own. Bella thought for a moment, then had an idea. She flew to the dandelions and asked for their help. Their delicate, fluffy seeds lifted the daisy gently and carried her safely back to the meadow. The daisy thanked Bella and promised to always remember her kindness. Bella felt pure joy. She knew she had done something important. From that day on, Bella didn't just admire the flowers, she also spoke with them. She helped them, cared for them, and protected their secrets. No one in the hive knew about her magical gift, but Bella didn't feel the need to boast about it. She knew her place was among the flowers, and that they were her true friends. And the rainbow flower? It still stood there, hidden deep in the meadow, waiting for the next little bee ready to uncover its secret. Soon, Bella became a legend among the flowers. Every new bee that visited the meadow heard of her adventures and wisdom. Bella had learned that true magic lay in friendship and caring for others. Sometimes, she would return to the rainbow flower of magic to listen to its stories and thank it for the gift that had changed her life. And somewhere, among the flowers, the wind continued to whisper the legend of the little bee who listened to flowers. The end.
Fairy Tales reading? Subscribe to our channel to hear more.